God be with you, sir.
You look troubled. Is there anything I can help you with?
You're very kind, but I need someone who knows their way around a smithy. I need to get a few horseshoes made and deliver them. They were supposed to be done yesterday.
Well, why don't you ask the blacksmith? It's his job, after all.
It's not so simple. The horseshoes are for the soldiers camped on the hill, and my Marosh, well, he sees them as traitors who are conspiring with foreign scum.
I see. You don't agree?
Young fella, if I was choosy about who I sell things to, I wouldn't have a groschen to my name. These are troubled times, and my husband doesn't understand that pride won't fill your stomach.
Oh, great. It just so happens I'm a blacksmith, and I'd be glad to help you.
Really? Oh, then you've been sent from heaven.
So, how many of those horseshoes do you need?
Well, if you manage to make horseshoes for 2 horses, I'd be forever grateful to you. I'll pay, of course. Take care, and have a good night. I apologize.
It's cold. I should hop over to the forge. looks good. Now just to temper it. This is almost done. Here are those horseshoes. 2 sets, just as we agreed.
Let's see them then. These will do just fine. Such a young, hard-working, talented fella you are. Too bad I'm not a few years younger.
You mentioned something about payment?
Here you go. You won't buy a castle for it, but good work calls for good pay. Now, someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria. Would you do that for me? This backache of mine.
Who's this Victoria?
A girl from the village. She's a bit different. But deep down, a good girl.
Different? What do you mean?
She's had a hard life. Her husband died of the plague a while back, and now she's all alone. She does odd jobs for the villagers here to make a living. Sometimes I send her up to the soldiers with our goods. Why would I drag myself up that hill when she's got young legs and likes going up there anyway?
Fine. Which house does she live in?
It's not far at all. Just cross the stream and you're there. Take care, and have a good night.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? You here? Christ, so much blood. What happened here? I have to tell Martha. I brought Victoria those horseshoes, and I think something's happened to her.
What? What do you mean?
The house was empty, and in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
It might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Why would anyone be bothered about how Victoria makes her living? As long as she's not stealing, she can do whatever she wants, right?
Well, not everyone was happy that she brings our goods up to the camp. Once, someone even drew something very ugly on our door because of it. But what's that poor girl supposed to do without a man? There's a war, and we all need to make a living somehow.
Who did she go and see at the camp? Who might know more about her?
Mainly their blacksmith. She brings goods up there every 2 or 3 days. He's certain to remember her. So tell them at the gate that you're bringing something from the smithy. They'll let you in.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular, but he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
But I'm not about to go blabbing about it in the tavern. I just need to know where to start looking for Victoria.
Fine. But you didn't hear this from me. Farmer Kuba was pretty keen on her. And he wasn't gonna give up easy. Last time, he tried to flatter her by giving her a headscarf. But Victoria knew it had belonged to his dead wife. So she told him to sod off. The whole village was laughing at him. He's a bitter old man. But would he hurt her? I don't think so.
Huh? Jealousy's a powerful thing, though.
Well, that's true, too. So go and ask him yourself. He lives with his children and his housekeeper in that big house behind the smithy. He's always wearing a bright red coat and a hat with a feather in it. You're certain not to miss him, but not a peep about what I told you.
Don't worry. I'll take that secret to the grave. Is there anything else you can think of before I go?
I've already told you everything I know. Now hurry up!
You won't freeze inside the chimney. Ow! Kurva! Stop fooling around with those... Huh? Hey! It's late. What do you want from me?
You're Cuba, the farmer, right?
Aye, I am. What do you want?
I'm looking for Victoria, and I thought you might know where to find her.
Why should I, of all people, know?
Victoria's not at home or anywhere else in the village. She's vanished.
For pity.
Would you happen to know anything about that?
Huh. Maybe she moved to the camp on the hill for good. She was hanging around with them soldiers. Maybe she's doing it with them Cuban bastards too. So they decided to keep her up there.
You can't be serious. She could be injured somewhere, or even worse. And you're glad?
What goes around comes around. I have a clean conscience. To hell with that silly goose.
Someone ought to teach you manners.
You'll regret that. Pray for a quick death, you bastard! For the cross!
What's that clamor?
I yield! Mercy! What the fuck do you want?
Next time you'll think twice about using such nasty language.
Yeah, just leave me alone. And I really don't know anything about Victoria. Maybe she just decided village life wasn't for her, so she took off with her soldier.
What soldier?
I heard someone came across her up there in the but I really...
All right.
Go! Car!
Easy. Nice and slow.
You seen Chakan recently?
I'm not his keeper. Why? What about him?
I don't know. He's gone all strange. He used to walk around like
Don't you dare cause any trouble.
Relax. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Lucky for you.
Here, Mutt!
Let me sleep.
To whom the incarnation of Christ, thy Son,
Excuse me?
is made known. Greetings. Do you...
Would you help me out? I'm looking for someone.
That depends. Who are you looking for?
Victoria.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. The smithy is opposite the entrance in the... If you don't see it, you'll...
Thanks a lot.
Farewell.
What do you need, sir?
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz. I heard she comes up here to sell things.
Ah, I know who you mean. Aye. There's a girl who shows up here every now and again. I'm no good with names, but Victoria sounds familiar.
Who did she know best around here?
She got along with the merchants, but I'd say she fancied Black the most.
Who?
A soldier from the provisioning unit. I'd say her business dealings were more of an excuse to meet with him.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him howling halfway across the camp.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him. Show me your ware. Word about the price.
Well, finally. Thank you, sir. And come again.
What now?
We have breadstick against you. I swear to God.
I'm sorry.
Are you the one they call Black?
I'm more like green just now.
But I need to talk to you.
And I need something for the pain. Can't you see I'm barely breathing here? Carver, I feel like I'll burst.
Tell me exactly what's wrong with you.
My belly hurts. It's from the fucking...
Does it hurt when I press here?
Yes! I feel it here.
Oh, it's no wonder. Your stomach's blown up like a bellow.
We put some mushrooms... Oh.
It's obvious. If you want relief...
But... I can...
I have some...
Thank you. Oh.
Well? Are you better now?
Not yet.
No. To look at you, I'd say you're as fit as a fiddle.
I still feel like I got run over by it. It'll be alright once I get a good meal in me.
It's about Victoria. The girl from Miskovitz.
Christ almighty. Now she sent someone to try and change my mind?
Well, I didn't come to change your mind. Why would I do that?
Well, she's tried practically everything. Complaining, screeching, threats, tears. But none of it worked.
And what was she trying to achieve?
Look, we had a bit of fun once or twice. But that was it. She just...
Victoria's missing.
What do you mean she's missing?
As if the earth opened up and swallowed her. Seeing as you two used to meet...
She didn't tell anyone? Not even the blacksmith's wife?
There was a pool of blood on the floor. I was shocked when I went into the hearth room.
She often said she didn't know what she'd do if I left. But I thought it was just the kind of thing girls say.
Well, what were you expecting? She's already in a tough situation, and you just made it worse. Get off your ass and do something.
I can't just prance right out of the camp. Unlike you. Not far from here to the east, there's a small clearing in the forest where there's a...
Good.
I know. Tell her she's a stupid cow. I didn't force her to do anything, and now she's crying.
You're not a man. Hell, you're not even a human being. Maybe just a sack of shit without a grain of responsibility in you.
But...
Listen, and listen good, you pustule. Either you get yourself together and take care of that girl, or I'll see to it that your little bellyache will be the least of your worries.
All right. Don't get so carried away, I'll do it.
Damn right.
Oh, I feel much better.
Easy. Nice and slow. Go! Car! Car! Quick! Quick! Ah! Whoa!
I shall kiss your cheek so mild, and your tender little hand. Rest thee here beneath the trees, Rest thee here among the leaves, where birdsong calls you to bed. Why, my darling little one, has your mother left and gone, ne'er to hold you in her arms? Her soul wanders far from here, far from all she once held dear, from all earthly good and harm. Hush, my darling little child, forever shall you close your eyes. Daughter mine, you'll never be. Angels bathed in heavenly light, and the demons on the night.
You're Victoria, right?
And who are you?
No one important. Well, it all started like this. I was supposed to bring you some horseshoes, but then...
I'm not interested in any damn horseshoes.
Wait, though. In short, I'm Henry. Black sent me to talk to you. Oh, and so did Martha from Miskovitz. They're worried something happened to you because you vanished all of a sudden. I'll accompany you back home. All right?
I don't want to go back there. Nothing good ever happened to me in that house. I want to stay with my Black. Where is he? Why didn't he come himself?
Because he's lying in the infirmary. But you don't need to worry. You'll be all right soon. I know what happened to you. I was at your house and saw... well, everything. I'm sorry, but this is no solution.
You have no idea what's going on. You don't know me at all.
Then tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you somehow. After all, talking about it will help you feel better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Well, you already know that me and Black used to meet. But he changes his mind like the wind. First he says he wants to be with me, then that he's a soldier of the king and serving him as his priority. There's gossip in the village that I'm the camp whore who'll sleep with anyone for a handful of grain. Whenever I left to go up there, they'd shout at me not to come back. And then I found out that I'm with child.
And Black is the father of your child?
Of course. The villagers think I sleep with half the camp, but it can't be anyone else's but his, as God is my witness.
So you cut yourself?
Yes, with a knife. I cut myself once or twice, but once I felt the pain and saw the blood, I came to my senses. I wiped off the blood with an apron and my skirt, but it was everywhere. I couldn't bear to look at it, so I ran away. Here.
And that blood on the floor in your house?
I was desperate. I picked some herbs to make a decoction to get rid of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I said to myself, I'd rather die with my child than kill it and go on living.
Thanks for confiding in me. You've had a difficult time.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please tell me what you know about my Black.
You know what would be best? If you just forgot about Black and everything that happened between you two.
Seriously? Why?
Because he might have promised you the moon, but all he really wanted to do was have a bit of fun. He told me himself he's not interested in you.
What? But...
Well, you're not going to let this destroy you, are you? He's just scum.
You might be right. I've already lost one man. I'm not going to cry over another who doesn't even deserve it. For a while, I started to believe I'd no longer have to live hand to mouth, to do the worst work imaginable just to get a few crumbs. And now I should settle for one of those village donkeys. I can barely feed myself, let alone anyone else.
Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe it'd be best if you simply left the village. There's nothing keeping you there.
But... I don't have anywhere else to go.
I might know of a place.
Oh? Where would that be?
Not far from here is a tavern. It's called the Devil's Den. I'm sure they'd find work for you there, and nobody will be interested in your history.
I've heard of that place, and what I've heard wasn't very nice. Thieves and poachers hang out there.
Well, it's not a place fit for a royal banquet, but if you weren't afraid in a camp full of soldiers, you'll be fine there. All they'll want you to do is serve cold beer and hot food. You just have to be a little careful. Don't let them push you around, and you'll be in no danger.
I know how to put my foot down. I'm not afraid of hard work. And right now, some hot food and a dry place to sleep are all I need to be happy.
So you don't want to go back to Miskovitz?
Just once, for the last time. I'll get a few things, and once a wagon goes by, I'll take a ride to the Devil's Den. And when the baby arrives, well, we'll make do somehow.
I'm glad to hear that. Good luck, Victoria.
Come here! Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Here, Matt!